You spent real money on that upgrade. You love it. But what if I told you it could actually be the reason buyers are walking away or offering you less than your neighbor got? In this video, I'm breaking down the home improvements that are silently killing your resale value. And I'm giving you this from two angles. What I'm hearing directly from buyers here in Seattle Metro, on the east side, and what data actually says. Because here's the thing, we are in a market right now where buyers are smart, they have done their research, and they are running numbers in their head the second they walk through your property. If they see something they have to undo, they are already mentally deducting from your asking price. Stay with me because some of these are going to surprise you. Quick context, before we dive in, I have been a licensed realtor in Washington State since 2016. And in that time period, I have walked through hundreds of homes across Seattle, Bellevue, Redmond, Sammamish, Kirkland, you name it. And the question I get asked constantly from sellers, from homeowners who are years away from selling but want to make smart decisions right now. Neelam, should I do this upgrade? Will I get my money back? The honest answer is sometimes yes, sometimes absolutely not. And today we are talking about the absolutely not list. I want to give you two perspectives here. What buyers are telling me on the ground and what the research and appraisers are saying. Because those two viewpoints, they don't always agree. And that gap is very interesting. Let me get right into it. Buyer perspective, top things that make buyers walk. Let's start with what buyers are actually saying, not what we think they are saying. What they are telling me at open houses and private showings. At number one is over-themed rooms. We are talking princess rooms, sports shrines, movie theater rooms done in a very specific way. Buyers don't hate the concept. They hate that they have to pay to undo your personality. Every themed room is a renovation project in a buyer's mind. And in Seattle Metro, where buyers are already stretched on prices, they don't want to take on that project. What to do instead? If you are selling within next 1 to 2 years, keep spaces neutral and versatile. Let buyers imagine their life in that space. At number 2, outdated, busy or mismatched flooring. This one comes up constantly, whether it's carpet in one room, tile in another, laminate in the hallway. Every transition is a red flag. And here's the thing about our market specifically. Seattle and Eastside buyers are looking at a lot of homes online before they ever walk through the door. Inconsistent flooring photographs horribly. It signals deferred maintenance even when it isn't. I know what you are thinking. Neelam, I can't afford to redo all my floors. That's okay. But if your neighbor did beautiful hardwood throughout and got top dollar, you need to price accordingly. You cannot expect the same number with 4 different floor types. At third spot, bold or dark cabinet colors. Navy, dark green, that deep charcoal. Okay, I actually love some of this, but most buyers don't. They walk in and first thought is that's a repaint. In a neutral market, this might get overlooked. In a competitive market where buyers have options, it becomes a negotiation chip. If you have already done it, don't panic. Just be realistic at pricing time. Number 4, converting a bedroom into something else. This one is a big deal here on Eastside where buyers are searching by bedroom count. We have a lot of tech buyers, families relocating from out of state, multi-generational households, and bedroom count matters enormously. If you have converted a bedroom into a luxury closet or a home office and removed the closet, that bedroom no longer counts. Buyers search by price and bedroom count first. Drop a bedroom and you've just eliminated yourself thousands of searches. At 5th spot, excessive built-ins. I know built-ins feel premium and sometimes they are, but floor-to-ceiling built-in cabinetry throughout the house, buyers see it as inflexible. They don't want your heavy fixed furniture. They want a space they can make their own. Right now, buyers want light, open, flexible spaces. That's what's selling. At number 6, garage conversions. This is really common one in our area and I want to be direct. Converting a garage into living space almost always hurts you at resale, even if it was permitted. Here on the east side, storage and parking are not small thing. Buyers absolutely factor in whether they can park their cars, store their gear, their bikes, their Costco hauls, and the moment they see a converted garage, the calculations begin and it's rarely in your favor. Number 7, elaborate features. Koi ponds, built-in fountains, multi-tier cascading water walls. I have had clients who adore these features. I have almost never had a buyer offer more because of one. What buyers hear when they see a water feature, maintenance, liability, and a pump that's probably due for replacement. If it brings you joy and you are staying, enjoy it, but don't expect it to add value. At number 8, cheap luxury finishes. This one is subtle, but it matters. The peel and stick backsplash. The painted to look like marble countertops, the Amazon gold fixtures that are already showing wear. Buyers in our market are sharp. They know what quality looks like. And when they spot something fake, they don't just deduct for that item. They start questioning everything else. If they cut corners here, where else did they cut corners? If you cannot afford to do it right, don't do it at all. Price honestly and let the buyer choose their own finishes. That is always better than a cheap update that undermines trust. At number 9, wall-to-wall carpet. I will keep this one short. Buyers are mentally replacing it the moment they walk in. It's an immediate price reduction in their heads. Demo cost, material, installation, inconvenience, all of that lands on your sale price. Number 10, overly personalized wallpaper, bold patterns, dark murals, room-specific prints. I have sold homes where wallpaper was genuinely beautiful and buyers still asked for a credit to remove it. Wallpapers are very personal. What feels luxurious to you often reads as project to buyers. If you are selling soon, this is one I would address before listing if you can. Okay, so that's the buyer side. Now I want to flip it because here's something interesting. What appraisers flag as value reducers is not always the same list. And if you're refinancing, getting a home equity loan, or just trying to understand what your home is actually worth on paper, this part matters just as much as homeowner. The appraiser's perspective at number 1, over improvement without permits. If you have added a bathroom, finished a bonus room, or converted space and there are no permits, an appraiser cannot give you credit for it. Worse, it can raise red flag. In King County, permit records are public. Buyers, agents, and appraisers check. Always pull permits. It protects your investment and your buyers. Diminished marketability. That's number 2. Appraisers are trained to consider what the market will actually pay. A purple exterior, a very unconventional floor plan, extreme customization. These can result in a formal downward adjustment because the appraiser knows the buyer pool is smaller. At number 3, obsolete functionality. This is an appraiser term for a feature that no longer serves a practical purpose or that most buyers would need to undo. Classic example, a garage converted into something non-standard, especially without restoring the original function. At number 4, hyper-personalized amenities. 40 shelves in a bedroom, a dedicated fermentation room, an elaborate model train layout built into the structure. These are genuine deductions on an appraisal. The appraiser isn't being cruel. They are reflecting market reality. Number 5, RB parking or excessive concrete. In many neighborhoods here in Sammamish, Bellevue, and Issaquah, HOA restricts RB parking entirely. Even where it's allowed, pouring concrete across your entire yard to accommodate a 45-foot motor home you use twice a year, that is a value deduction. It removes landscaping, curb appeal, and yard usability all at once. Number 6, backyard courts, basketball, pickleball. Look, I love that people are active, and in 2020 these seem like genius. But from a pure appraisal standpoint, courts rarely add measurable value and often reduce usable yard space that buyers would prefer to use differently. At number 7, ultra high-end appliances in an otherwise average home. A $25,000 built-in barbecue, a $10,000 range, a $15,000 Japanese toilet. These are real things I have seen in homes priced at $900K to $1.2 million price range on the east side. Here's the issue though. Appraisers look at the comparable sales. If no other home in the neighborhood has $25,000 barbecue, there's no comp to support that value. You simply cannot extract it at resale. Improvement should match the home's overall value tier. Over improving one room in an otherwise average home does not lift the whole house. It just creates a mismatch. At number 8, old pools and spas. A well-maintained newer pool in the right neighborhood can absolutely add value. But an aging pool with deferred maintenance, outdated equipment, or structural settling, that can be a liability. Buyers will often ask for significant credits or walk completely away. If you have a pool, maintain it because a neglected pool isn't neutral, it's negative. At number 9, water features, again and for good reason. Both buyers and appraisers are telling us the same thing on this one. Water features, especially elaborate ones like koi ponds, are almost universally value neutral to value negative. Maintenance, liabilities, specialized system, it's just not something the market rewards. What this means for you in the Seattle Eastside market. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this, especially if you are in Puget Sound area. Our buyers are some of the most educated buyers in the country. We have tech workers, engineers, finance professionals, people who run numbers for a living. They are not fooled by a peel and stick backsplash. They are not paying more for a koi pond. They know what things cost and they are calculating it in real time. So the question to ask before any upgrade is not, do I love this? Although that matters if you are staying. The question is, will a buyer in this market pay me back for this? And the general rule that holds up the time and time again, neutral sells, personal does not. Move-in ready sells, flexible spaces sell, clean, well-maintained, and honestly priced. That's what moves homes in the market. If you are not sure whether an improvement makes sense before you sell, reach out to me before you spend the money. That conversation is free, the renovation might not be. Alright, I hope this was genuinely useful, not just interesting, but something you can actually act on. If you found this helpful, Please share this with a friend or neighbor who's thinking about renovating before they sell. You might save them a lot of money. And drop a comment below. I want to hear from you. What's the most unexpected upgrade you have seen that actually hurt a home's value? I have stories and I know you do too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It genuinely helps reach more people who want straightforward, honest real estate guidance. See you in the next one.